Yes, I can understand the concern that some people have about Rick Perry's Day of Prayer. But I think you have to give credit where credit is due. And if you think about it carefully, since Rick Perry has been governor, haven't we all had more reason to pray more often than ever in Texas history? Here we are at this great Capitol building, of which it was said long ago and rings true today, built for giants, but too often inhabited by political pygmies, with all due respect to the pygmies. And the very thought of Governor Perry, who we remember as the governor who campaigned talking about secession, the person we know as the governor most likely to secede, that governor would be running for president. Well, I guess like many of you, my question has been, president of which country? And if you figure that out, of course the next question is, where would a presidential candidate like that want to announce where it would be really appropriate? I have some suggestions. How about Suffern, New York? How about Paynesville, Ohio? Or maybe best of all, Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, because we've seen the consequences. Don't you think that somebody ought to introduce James Richard Perry to all of America? Well, let me tell you, I'm your guy. I know Governor Perry. I've known him up close and personal for a long time. And just get on your iPhone and give him the good news that I'm out there. I think he calls it Tweeter. Maybe he'll get your message. Tell him that a loy-dogged fella he has worked so hard to draw out of Congress, at the same time he's tried to draw himself into all 50 states, that I have a powerful weapon against his candidacy. It's a weapon called truth. And it's not the first time that weapon's been important. I think of a story about old Governor Paul Ferguson. You know, he had an aide rush in when he was up for re-election, and he said, "Governor, they're lying about you down in San Antonio. We got to get down there." And the governor replied, "Well, don't worry about the lies. Down in Houston, they're telling the truth about me. Get down to Houston." Well, we're going to tell the truth about Governor Perry all over this country. And I've had plenty of experience, as do you. You are the very people that can carry that message. Who better to introduce America to the kind of guy who goes jogging, packing a Ruger 360 with laser sights and hollow bullets. I think in the gun shops now they call it the Coyote Special. No witnesses, of course, to his John Wayne moment. And this is the governor who wrote a not very bestseller called Fed Up, but who relied upon most every dollar of federal aid he could to balance the state budget. This is the governor who has written about Grandma's Social Security that it is, quote, a crumbling monument of the failure of the New Deal. This is the governor whose idea of affordable housing is for the taxpayers to pay about $10,000 a month for a little place to live in out in West Austin. The governor from the state with the highest percentage of folks anywhere in the country without health insurance, with one of the highest rates of teen pregnancy, with a ranking of 36 in the nation in high school graduation rates, and almost 4 million Texans with no high school diploma. The nation's leader in water permit violations, in hazardous waste spills, in toxic emissions. When it comes to comparing Texas with indices across the country, it used to be we would say, thank goodness for Mississippi. But after almost a decade of Rick Perry, I think Mississippians may be saying, thank goodness for Texas. You know, we're proud of our state. We are Texans that are very proud people, but we're not proud about what Rick Perry has been doing to Texas. Now, it's true that he came up to Washington and labeled me vicious for insisting that $830 million of federal aid to education actually aid Texas school children. That was after he had diverted $3.25 billion of federal education dollars that really just replaced state dollars and allowed him to subsidize his carpet cronies and build more toll roads. Well, the Doggett Amendment may not have achieved all of its purpose, but I think it had a good effect. Governor Perry did manage to do devastating cuts of $4 billion, but as you know, he wanted $8 billion. Today, once again, we need to be saying to Rick Perry, don't mess with our Texas schools. And I would say that the heat we're feeling right now, as hot as it is, that's nothing compared to the heat that all of us can focus on Rick Perry so that all Texans understand they deserve the best schools in the world instead of crushed educational opportunities under this backward-looking governor. I guess you could say in short, Rick Perry's just not our cup of tea. He and his bitter brew buddies in the Tea Party, they may deserve each other, but our great country deserves better, much better. So let's all plan to go far beyond the Red River and the Sabine and tell our countrymen Rick Perry wants to do to America what he's done to Texas. We owe it to our fellow Americans to sound the alarm. And I'm announcing today that if Rick Perry enters this race for governor, I will, with your help, make it my mission to go to every corner of this country to spread the message. America, don't let Rick Perry mess with you the way he messed with Texas. Thank you.
We're going at a good clip here today. Thank you all for, this is just an amazing crowd for the temperature today. Give yourselves a big hand. Big round.